Okay. Hello, my name is Tobias Schöneberg, and I want to make a real brief introduction to Maven, and then I want to persuade as many of you as possible into joining me in the what's it called, compartment, and start trying to Mavenize ADempiere. Okay, the agenda is a short introduction to Maven, a really short one. Then some ideas from my side how to approach the thing, and some references. Okay, as you asked, what is Maven? Maven is a build system. What is a build system? It's a piece of software that takes ADempiere, the source code and all this stuff, and creates ADempiere.zip out of it. And along the way it compiles, it downloads the third-party libraries and all the stuff. Maybe it creates Java docs, it creates reports, metrics, whatever. In the end it creates the ADempiere binary, and it can also upload all the artifacts it creates to a public repository. Particularly for ADempiere, there are some problems that I hope, or many people hope Mavenizing will solve. For one, there are 2 or 3 very big jars, and they are created by actually extending the actual third-party libs that we have, and copying them all into one folder, and then zipping them up again. So it's a huge pile of code, and we never really know what third-party libs are actually included, and it's all meshed together. So this would be one thing for us to solve. Then it's less complex, because the complexity it's more standardized and more under the hood, and actually the specification is not in AND scripts, but it's in an XML descriptor which describes what the project is, what dependencies it has, and some other stuff. Yeah. As I said, another advantage would be Maven can download the required libraries that we have, so we can kick them out of the repository. This means the repository would only contain the source code, and which would therefore be much smaller. So it would be less code to download. Okay, yeah, and we can use a lot of standardized Maven plugins and tools to do things that we would now have to do by hand, or we could extend the AND scripts to do them, but it would be more complicated and more error-prone. Yeah, and in the end, it's a step towards modularization. Maybe I talk too much. Because it can help us get our project right and make it more maintainable and better controlled, particularly third-party libs. Okay, so basically the idea is, can you see the point? Yeah. Here I have a really sketchy some Maven components. Sorry. So the idea would be to have one parent configuration, which specifies very basic things like which Java version are we using, and what is the URL of ADempiere.com stuff. This would be the parent configuration. Then there would be one configuration for the different sub-projects that we have today. Like if you check out the source code, you see there's one base huge folder, one client, ZK Web UI, for example, mobile UI by Adaxa would also be such a candidate on this level. So this is where a lot of mavenizing effort would go, turning these into maven modules. And then there would be a third level where those modules that we created are actually assembled into different distributions. So with mavenizing, there would be the possibility that we can say, okay, we only put the client and the base into one binary, and then we have only a string client, or we only take base and web UI and maybe some other component, and then we have a thin client without string, or we can have all of it. So it's a bit similar to the different Eclipse distributions that exist. One for Java, one for Java EE, and one for C++. So that's a general idea. Yeah. Basically, here are some steps to be done. It's more like it's along the lines of the ADempiere development process. We just created a feature request in the tracker, a formal one, a wiki page, and a feature branch. So this has just been done. The basic idea would be now to check out the project, switch to the feature branch, and start creating the project descriptors. Yeah, actually starting the real effort. Question at this point would be here, does anybody actually know Maven? Maybe I should have asked this before. Okay. Okay, some people, would anybody be interested in mavenizing ADempiere?
No, in Spring.
Huh?
No, in Spring I have the experience.
Okay, I think it can, that's a good thing. It works the same not in one place. Yeah. Okay, great. So this would be the general outline. As a side note, I think there should be one ADempiere repository which we should maybe set up on the ADempiere server. I think it's no problem setting it up for trying, and later we can decide if it needs other resources or whatever. Yeah. So this would be the actual effort. Here I have some links which I also put on the wiki page, where people can start to work into it. So yeah, I created the wiki page for the task. It's in the ADempiere wiki. If you look for, if you search for mavenized, you should find it, or mavenized, something like that. Okay. Yeah, this would basically be it. Any questions?
Sure. Could you make an example? An example?
Yeah.
For using. The example for to use it.
Using Maven would be it would be used by could be used by a developer, more or less in using. Okay, the using would basically always be that you define a descriptor for your project. For example, it contains the name of the project or the module.
What is the main benefit? The most is what is the main benefit of Maven?
The main benefit is automatic dependency management.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the other is, for example, to possibly easy to take the dependence. For example, you update the dependence just for repo. you migrate the new version is very simple, and the check and execute the testing, you validate if the new version is okay. It's all of benefit.
So for the Jasper example, you have there's a dependency in your descriptor. It says Jasper reports 3.5, and then if you build a project, Maven automatically downloads Jasper reports 3.5.jar and uses it. And then if you change this to 3.6, then Maven downloads 3.6, but also Jasper reports also has a Maven descriptor by itself, so it's transitive. And
other is, for example, you need reduce the time the compile binary, the new binary. In this moment, the binary is building for monolithic. It's necessary you compile all the if you need, for example, only compile for web interface, it's very easy because you launch the task to building this specific client base, web UI, etc. The other important is in this moment to deploy too.
Yeah, this can also be basically it has some aspects of a framework where you can plug in things. This has a basic workflow. This such a Maven build. It starts with downloading dependencies, compiling, and you can plug in a lot of components, Maven plugins. For example, in the end, you can add a plugin that creates ADempiere.zip, but you can also add some plugin that uploads this ADempiere.zip via SCP to a repository or via HTTP. So it's very extensible. Or you can add a plugin that creates some exotic reports, or maybe just Javadoc. But it's not so much scripting, but it's more declaring how your project looks like.
Is this the plan to drop the AND-based build process? Change it?
Yeah, maybe. So yeah. So basically, it's personally, I think it's worthwhile. And what happens now is that we try to prove that it really works, and then we apply for this change to be included into the main line. And if it's approved, then it means that basically, I guess, is replaced.
So actually, I would say we can stop this discussion now, and because we will open the chat with this, so everybody who's interested can follow Toby, and then you can go into the details. Maybe then it's clearer.
Yeah.
So you're done with your presentation?
I think, yeah, I'm done.